Hello, it's Dave Zimmerman here, and today we're going to talk about the Calhoun project proposal. What we absolutely don't want to have happen, we don't want angry Calhoun or any other stakeholder for that matter. Fastest way to get these folks angry is going to be to waste their money. So let's not do it on projects that are going to get bulldozed under in 5 years. Our stakeholders is a giant list, and the ones we'll focus on would be like BCIT. And rather than them just being involved with construction management of the project, wouldn't it be great if they were stakeholders in the project and they could get classrooms and future studying opportunities, research opportunities, and that could benefit other schools such as School of Energy at BCIT, students and faculty. How do we get major benefits for Canada 50 years from now, right? So that was our focus when we went into this project. It was much more than just a transactional dollar for dollar, let's make Calhoun happy. How do we make everybody ecstatic? So our objectives, we're going to spend every penny of Calhoun's money. And we're going to do that by doing modular construction in phases. And we're going to focus on the first phase here for these project will detail here. But well, we want to leverage the money, so more than just a dollar for dollar transaction. We'd like to see 1 to 4, 1 to 5 ratios. Obvious benefits for the ones we've talked about here. These are objectives, right? So with the stakeholders, they always want a legacy. They want their name to last 50 years, 100 years after they're gone. And so again, we have plans for this project that will make the news 50 years from now, and it's not going to be a static thing. So joint venture is what we're proposing, and that's going to be Shell Canada, BCIT main campus, and across the road is obviously where the Shell's located, and we're going to change it from a gas station to a fast station. It has excellent proximity to the highway and high traffic counts nearby. And so Shell's actually ahead of the game here. They, a few years ago, have combined forces with British Columbia government, and they both pitched in $35 million to do some studying and production and distribution of these alternative fuels. So things like fuel cells, biodiesels, and of course, you guys are in university. I'm sure you know a whole list of other alternative fuels, but biomass ethanol, things like that. So part of the problem that exists, and we're going to fix that problem with our solution here, is that there's not a lot of places to fill up if you want to get into alternative fuel vehicles. So it's a bit of a chicken and an egg scenario there, right? So if you build it, they will come. So our options, we're looking at the gas station across the street there, and option number 1 is either build it up in the air, hopefully better than that. Option number 2, build it outwards. So first thing we're going to do is, if we build upwards for a canopy, take the old one off, add a bunch of columns with related footings, and put on a parapet wall with all in concrete, and that'll be a lintel with ledger, and that'll carry some pre-stressed concrete panels decking topped with concrete cast in place floor. And again, that's all behind the parapet. And phases in the future would be to carry some fuel tanks up there for the alternative fuels, things like that. Distribution as well, advertising, of course, on the frontage. And maybe down the road, they'll wall it off and turn it into some classroom settings for BCIT. So the outward addition is quite simple. I mean, we all know what an addition looks like. It takes up a lot of footprint space. Land's expensive in town. It is actually cheaper per square foot than building up. So, recommendation is to build the canopy. Uh, there is a drawback, and that is we would have to do a bylaw exemption from City of Burnaby. These do happen from time to time, but I believe Burnaby is going to want to have things like this fast station in place, and so, and this is how happy we want all of our stakeholders to be. Oopsie daisies. Now, look, he's still happy, so, that's how happy they're all going to be. Thank you so much.